Why do you think it's important for people to learn more about plant-based food and what factory farming does to our food system?
Yeah, that's a loaded question. I think it's really important for people to learn about the impacts of factory farming so that they can make measured and calculated decisions about how they choose to eat, how they choose to shop. Realistically, if everybody actually knew about how bad factory farming was, especially in the US right now, I think people would not be shopping the same way. Of course, it's more than about like getting the word out. There are probably tons of people who think that there's just like some things are never going to change and this and that, which might be true, but one thing that will change, at least for me, is my shopping habits and my eating habits. And like the moment I learned just how bad factory farming's impact was on basically the entire world, my shopping habits changed immediately, my eating habits changed immediately. It's something that I think especially young people would benefit from learning from because realistically, we have to be here longer. Policy is very slow. Policy is also usually not super progressive in terms of big ag. I just think it's super important because if people actually knew how bad factory farming was and how negative its impact was on the environment, the animal cruelty, negligent of basic human rights it was for people who are working in factory farms and in slaughterhouses, I don't think that people would be shopping the same way. I think there would be a lot more thought that goes into which products they buy, how often they're buying them, how often they're consuming them. And that's basically all we can ask of anyone, I guess, is just to at least consider making it even a small change. I think it's important because if people knew how bad it was, there's a really good chance that they would change their eating and shopping behaviors. Even if they didn't completely stop eating meat or buying meat or animal products in general, even buying like one less animal product a week or a month is a pretty huge deal and collectively would make a huge difference.